How do you save money on taxes as a business owner? This is my first video that I've ever made on taxes. And the reason I've never made a video on taxes is because my mindset on taxes is completely different than probably anybody else you've heard on social media. I think people's mindset on taxes are completely wrong, and they don't understand what they're doing to their business when they're having all these crazy write-offs and trying to save money and screw the government from paying taxes. My mindset is completely off. If you look, my mindset is completely different. If you look at the richest people in our world today, they pay a lot in taxes. Anybody who's successful pays a lot in taxes. Who are the people that don't pay a lot in taxes? Let's see. The people who don't make anything. Okay, if you don't make anything, you're not going to pay taxes. The people doing illegal activities, they don't pay any money in taxes. You, as a business owner, and I'm going to tell you how you can save money on taxes here, but I'm going to tell you from the beginning, my mindset is, hey, we're not going to go try to find crazy things to write off where it'll put us on the radar for the IRS to audit us. No, I'm going to tell you what to do. 3 steps today to save money on taxes where you can, okay? Number 1, get a CPA. Do not do your own taxes as a business owner. Please, for the love of God, do not do your own taxes. You need a CPA. When you hire a CPA, you are transferring your tax risk, professional risk, aka knowing what the heck you're doing, to somebody who doesn't, that's you, to somebody who does. My CPA knows what the heck he's doing, okay? I meet with him probably every quarter, go over what we're doing, where are we at? He knows what he's doing. He knows where we could potentially add some expenses that are also write-offs. He knows where we need to be. I can consult him. I can ask him questions. This is an acceptable write-off. I'm transitioning my lack of knowledge to somebody who's knowledgeable. As you grow your business, you should do this. You should have a law firm eventually. You should have specific people in your business who are really good at things, an HR person, so you don't get into trouble when hiring somebody because you don't know what to say. You need to have specialized people. And the first thing in your business, the first specialty that you need to outsource is your daggone taxes to a CPA, okay? Pay a CPA. Usually it's around $1,000 to $3,000 a year. Pay a CPA to do your taxes, and you're going to thank yourself in the long run. Number 2, talk to your CPA as soon as possible about switching to an S Corp. If you are not an S Corp, that means that you could be an LLC, you could be a sole proprietor. If you're not an S Corp, all the profits from your business will be taxed at 15.3%, I believe. You got to check me on this. Obviously, I'm not a CPA. 15% you're paying self-employment tax. Okay? What that is you're paying 15% on all your profits. So if your business has a profit of $100,000, you're paying $15,000 before it hits your personal tax return. Okay? So to avoid the 15%, you as an owner will take a salary in your business, and your salary, a minimum salary that you can, and then everything outside of that is at your personal income tax. So you are saving that 15% hit from the beginning. Okay? So talk to your CPA about switching to an S Corp. That's by far the biggest thing that you can do, that is something that you're supposed to do to somewhat decrease your tax liability. You are decreasing it, but you're doing it the right way by providing yourself as an employee. So you will have to put yourself in payroll. There's a little bit of fees doing payroll, but the tax savings from switching to an S Corp are massive. Okay, number 3, you need to change your mindset to saying it's okay for me to pay taxes, because you need to show a profit. If I go into any bank with my businesses, I go into any bank and I say, I would like a loan. We want to go buy a business. I want to go expand, or I want to do this. Sir, let me look at your financials. That's what the bank's going to say. And I'm going to hand over my profit and loss statement, my tax returns, my balance sheet, my income statement, my bank statements, all the things that they want, and they're going to see that my company is extremely profitable and that I paid a crap ton of taxes last year and the year before that, and I'm going to pay a crap ton of taxes this year. You know why? Because I'm profitable. Because I make money. Okay, I'm not going out sniffing around areas to go move money to save money on taxes. You know why? Because if I have no profit and I go to a bank, hey, I want a loan, they're gonna be like, well, you don't make any money, sir. How come I give you a loan if you don't make any money? Well, if you don't make money, they can't give you a loan. Okay, so and a lot of you are like, well, I'm never gonna buy a business. Well, you'd like to have the opportunity to, and you should be profitable. Okay, because if you're not profitable, that's also a huge red flag to the people that are auditing your taxes. Okay, so you should be profitable. You should pay money in taxes. I call taxes, me and my wife, we say taxes are the cost of doing business. If you want legitimate money, that means money that you've paid taxes on, you can go utilize that money throughout the commerce. I can go invest. I can go do everything I can. I can go buy businesses because I have that money left over. That money's legitimate. A lot of you guys, cash businesses, you don't pay money on that cash. Well, you can't do anything with it. You can't go put $10,000, $20,000 in cash in the bank. What are you going to do? So you're screwing yourself over because that money isn't legitimate and it's going to go to nothing. You can't go invest in it. You have to go buy a bunch of random stuff that can't be tied back to what you spent the cash on, okay? Stupid way to do business, okay? Number 4, buy as much as you can through the business that is a necessary and ordinary expense for your business, okay? So I have a car that my business leases. I have a lease on a car, but my business requires me to travel. That's a necessary and ordinary expense. When we go out to lunch with my company, that's an expense. When we go out to dinner with me and my wife, that's not a business expense, okay? So basically, if you're conducting business and there's an expense related to that, and it's necessary, ordinary, and it's customary for your business, that's what the IRS defines business write-offs, then you can go spend that. You can usually expense that. But that's why it's nice to have a CPA, because you could say, hey, I'm thinking I can write this off, but can I? And then you're relying on his or her advice, okay? So a lot of things you can do when you have a CPA. If you have a home office, you have a virtual company, you can write off your home office. You can write off equipment like a desk, for your business. You can write off a lot of stuff, but the whole point of this video was to change your mindset behind, hey, I don't want to pay taxes. I want to avoid taxes, and there's people online all over, and it's just the bull crap. It's like, oh, well, I saved $30,000 by doing this, by renting my house to myself. That's a big one that I see. Okay, have a bigger red flag than you renting your house to your business. Like, what? That is going to get audited. You're going to get audited by the IRS. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to run a legitimate business that has profits, and yes, when you have profits, you have to pay taxes. If you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you have to pay taxes. There's no way around it, okay? You can find ways to minimize it within reason, but at the end of the day, you are not going to avoid paying the tax man, okay? So, if you have any thoughts of animosity towards the government, I get it. You don't want to pay. You think the government wastes money. I agree. I disagree. I disagree with everything. A lot of things the government does as far as spending. I think my tax dollars are wasted from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time. But I got to do what I got to do because I live in this great country. I got to pay to play. You have to pay to play, and that's what taxes are. So, I would consult a CPA. If you don't have a CPA or you're looking to start a business, I would get with a CPA, get things done right. That you're going to thank yourself later on.